Hello, Basic Brian here. Today another on the cuff video. I am going to talk about the United States election 2024 for our executive person, our executive officer, I don't know. No, I guess you call it commander-in-chief extraordinaire. Doing it with the assistance of some beer. I was actually feeling a little overhyped from my last coffee, so I'm having a beer a little bit. No, that sounded funny. But yeah, I'm talking about the United States election. The person's going to go into office next year, January. And what do we have here? Republican Party. We have Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. And for the Democrats, the Democratic Party, I think the elephants, or I think the Republicans are donkeys. We have Kamala Harris and shit, I forgot the guy's first name. Walz. Is it Matt Walz? Okay. Minnesota governor. And next we don't have an independent anymore who is the progeny of John F. Kennedy or Bobby Kennedy, RFK. We have RFK Jr. running independent, but he suspended his campaign. He's not like out of the race, but he's not being productive. He's going to be on some states' ballots, but he's going to take himself off other ballots, and he's putting his support behind Trump, not Kamala, which is interesting because traditionally the Kennedys are Democrats, and now he is backing Donald Trump, even though they don't agree on everything. So we have him. He dropped out of the race. And with the Green Party, we have Jill Stein, and we have somebody, a VP named Butch Ware. I think Butch is his name. I could be wrong. But he's a professor who's part of the humanities, it seems like, and somebody influenced by Malcolm X, and he may be a Muslim as well. I'm not positive on that, but that seems to be the case. He has humble beginnings as well, but he's really about fighting the power, and Jill Stein seems to be as well. With these difficult issues going on with Israel and Palestine, and the bloodshed that's going on there, and the terrorist attacks from last year in October, from Hamas, and and that is a serious issue, probably the most serious issue that is kind of being blindsided and ignored, and a lot of people feel strongly about it and don't like Israel because of their militarism and their force and their use of military force and bombing and hunting down certain people and killing civilians in Palestine. But yeah, and we also have a libertarian who's still on the ballot, it seems like, And there's probably another guy as well, but the Libertarians, I can only tell you his first name, Chase. I forget his last name, but he seems like a reasonable guy from what I've seen, but I haven't not seen much. And from what I see from various sources, he seems to be against what's happening in Palestine as well as a libertarian, and not having as much hand on the people's choices and their exploits in other countries as a libertarian. So yeah, this is what we're looking at for our elections. It's a tough choice. It's overwhelming. Sometimes I just don't want to vote at all. Other times I want to vote for Jill Stein. And other times my heart is softened by some speeches that come along by certain individuals. And then it's kind of like, I don't know. Or you see certain individuals and you really don't like their character. They remind you of people who you meet in life and who are really closed-minded, and you don't want to vote for them. But, so yeah, that's kind of my predicament with the US elections at the moment. Thank you for watching. I'm probably gonna piss my vote away in the Green Party, but at the same time, I don't really know how effective they will be with the machinery of our government, and I just don't see them actually winning or being effective. But that is kind of the state of our country, unfortunately. And I am one of those people who doesn't know what to do, or a little resigned, but that's kind of how it is at the moment. But we'll see what happens. Maybe some things will be exercised. Thank you for watching. Cheers. God bless.